Hi, Sarah here with a layout process video for UK Scrap Addicts. I'm using the mood board for this that you saw at the beginning, and if you want to join in the challenge too, I'll leave a link below for where you can get all the details for that. So first of all, I have drawn out a star which I'd cut from my silhouette, and now I'm adding some tape which is by All Things Sticky. We've got a 30% discount for them. A code will be in the bottom in the description if you want to go check them out, along with the link to their site. So I've stuck down some tape onto my layout, and I'm also using it to back my star. I did use liquid glue initially and it just would not stick properly, so that was my second attempt using their tape instead, which worked a lot better. So as you can see, I've got tape all the way down my layout here, but it still has its backing on, so I'm going to peel off each of the backings and add some ruffled ribbon to each one. This is seam binding by Crafty Ribbons. I'll leave a link to them as well. And I've just done alternate colours which match with the colours in the mood board. So I'm just checking that my star sits nicely on top of that ruffled ribbon, and now I'm going to move on to decorate my star. I've taken some Sequins by Lucy's Cards. I'll also leave a link for them as well. So I'm just tipping them into some pots, and then I'm going to do pink and aqua with gold in between all the way around the edge. I won't show the whole thing. I'm just adding some multi-mix medium in a line. Then I use my scissors to place all the sequins down. Well, I do in a minute. It ends up being quite a lot quicker using my scissors, so I skip to that bit in a second, and you can see I'm almost done now. A bit of a labour of love, but it did turn out quite nicely, and it didn't take that long in the end once I got into the swing of it. So next up, I am going to add some stars. In between each of the ruffles, I wanted to add in a hint of gold. So to begin with, I thought I'd just add a few stars, but I do then decide to amp it up a little bit. So before I decide what to do next, I wanted to make sure my title fitted in, so I've just chosen Upon a Star rather than the whole When You Wish Upon a Star. I felt like it, explained itself enough there. So here you can see I've tipped everything back off, knowing where everything's going to be finally placed, and I've just added some gold thread in a couple of lines on each one, very messily, and it sort of weaves in and out of each piece. So now I'm sure of where everything's going, I'm going to permanently stick down my star. I'm taking some little foam dots and just to pop it up a little bit off the page so it sits nicely on top of the ruffled ribbons, and I place that there, and then I'm just going to add in my title and then work on what to do with my stars. I decide to place them here and there along the threads there, and I'm just again using my multi-mix medium to glue them down. I then decide on what to do with my photo. So because it's quite busy, I wanted to just add a few soft layers behind my photo, so I take some vellum and a scallop die by Spellbinders and just run it through my big shot there, and I just do a couple of layers of the scalloped vellum and just stick it down again with some more of that tape. So I'm just going to layer those up on top of each other, and then take some craft foam, just cheap craft foam that you get in a big pack, and just trim a little piece off there and just glue that to the back as well, just so my photo pops up off the page so it does stand out against all the sequins and gold and glitter and whatnot. So that's stuck down now, and I decide that I want to make a bit more off those gold threads and add a little bit more bling. So I decide to add some more blue, pink and gold stars onto the thread there, and because I'm not using any mixed media, I really wanted to have something that was similar to the Heidi Swap Colour Shine gold splatters, so I decide to make a mix up of my gold sequins with some iridescent white glitter and gold glitter, and I just pour a load on, and it's on top of my Cosmic Shimmer glue, and I've just painted it on with a brush and then put the glitter mix on top of it and then shook it back off again, and it just helps the star to pop up off the page a little bit more, I think, and just adds a little bit more bling to the top bit there. I decide that it's too bare around my title, so I decide to add a few more there, and I also want a few more chunky gold pieces, so I sprinkle a few more on top, and I've added a bit more glue there. And while I'm at it, I add a few tiny sequin stars and circles to my gold thread as well. And now I'm just shaking all the excess off again and just tapping the back to make sure it all comes off properly. And then I'm going to put this to one side and hopefully use it again in another project, because I do like the effect I got from that. And here I'm literally just tidying up, sweeping off any excess pieces, and that is me done. So thanks for joining me. Check out the links below and have a great day. Here's some close-ups.